Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Questions with Connie.
What's in the bag?
So today's episode of What's in the Bag, I'm going to talk to you guys about what I picked up at the Texas Frightmare Weekend. So that way you can see if you like any of it, and if any of that interests you and you want to check out their event next year, then you kind of have a heads up on what cool things you might want. Alright, so one of the things that I picked up is a t-shirt, and this is specific to the event. They make these new every year. They come up with a different design. They also do a commemorative patch and a pin, I believe, that you can put on. So I did pick up some of those, and I will show you those here in just a second, but I thought that was pretty cool. I did recently get some super green Nikes, so I was super excited to grab this, and I appreciate when events have their own merchandise just because it's kind of one of those fun things that says, hey, I've been there, so I appreciate it. Another item that we picked up is these really cool little gold like dollar bill things, and I just think those are awesome. My husband's really into coins and you know, those kind of collections, so this was right up his alley. So when we saw these, we were like, hey, let's get some of those. And what was really cool was that the vendor themselves, I didn't even see that they were having some kind of deal, and I was just gonna buy a couple of them, and they were like, hey, if you buy two you get another one free, so go ahead and pick another one. So we were like, awesome, we get some more for free. And so yeah, I just think these are really neat and definitely going to be a great addition to my husband's collection. So if you're into that sort of thing, I just thought I'd go ahead and show you guys those so you can see if that's something that you're interested in. And they also gave us this really cool little case to hold them in, so that was really convenient when we were walking around the whole place, knowing that we were going to have our stuff safe. Another vendor that we went to had these things, and these are actually pretty cool. They are just like a little sticker overlay that you can put on your debit or credit cards, and I just thought those were the coolest thing. It's really simple. It's just like a printout sticker, so it's not really that high tech, but I think it's a great idea, so I thought that was pretty cool. We picked up some. My husband already has a jigsaw one on one of his credit cards. I'm going to put mine on my cards after I finish this video, since I didn't want to unpackage any of these until I showed them to you guys. So there's that one. Here's a nice Ghostface one. And then Krampus. Another cool item that we picked up, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen these. They're like those sublimatable little stone coaster things you can put inside of your car, cup holders. And basically what these do is they help to eliminate and reduce and basically soak up any liquids that form you know, from condensation on your cups. So we just thought these were pretty cool. This one is a It the Clown Pennywise, and this one's kind of like a collage of different horror characters. But we had some different ones before, but they weren't horror, so we were really excited to pick those up. And on that same note for coasters, we found these at this one place, which they had these amazing signs that were like neon colors, and I definitely plan on checking them out online, because I would love to have one of those. I just didn't want to have to carry it, you know, at that particular point, or drag it all the way out to the car. But they made some of these coasters, and I have never really seen much merchandise from 13 Ghosts, and I love that movie. It's definitely one of those that is a staple in my movie marathons when it comes to Halloween time. So I was really excited to see one with the jackal on it, because that's pretty creepy. So I liked that one. And then my husband and I also really like all of the Jeepers Creepers movies. So of course we saw the creeper, you know, on one of these, and we were like, yeah, we gotta cop that. So definitely thought that was pretty neat. And the same vendor who sold the car coasters, so those little circular ones, also made these little guys, and it is like a chapstick holder. which if you're like me, I'm pretty bad about losing my little Carmex chapsticks everywhere. Or I have a car one, I have a purse one, I have one that sits by my bed at night, on my nightstand, I have one at my desk at work, I have one at my home desk. So I literally have these guys everywhere. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I have to have that. So I can just kind of attach it to one of my bags. And, that'll be definitely coming in handy. So I just thought that was really cool. Same vendor also had these, which this kind of looks like if you mashed Michael Myers and Jason together, and I will probably do a couple close-up shots of that, but it's a compact for your purse, and I love that. I love having different mirrors to have in my bag when I need them, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So I just really like the idea of having a horror themed one because I have so many horror themed purses, so yeah, I really had to have that. And then from the person who does the stick-ons for your cards, my husband also got a Annabelle lighter, and it's also basically just a sticker on there, but we still thought it was pretty cool. And we also know how much time and how painstaking it is to sit there and try to perfectly align a sticker to get it on there. So while it seems like, oh, it's just a sticker, I definitely thought that was a cool little thing. Even though it's, like I said, not a big deal, it's still pretty cool. Other stickers randomly that I got from another vendor, of course, art, looking extra creepy, and this cute little Halloween VHS tape, which I thought was pretty cool because I have my sewing machine covered in Halloween stickers, and I love to add these, to random stuff, so I liked the idea of adding those. And then I mentioned before that the event has their own embroidery patches and they do their own pins. So these are specifically from the event. This one's for last year, and even though I didn't go, I really loved the design of that, because I'm a Texan and because it's Freddy, so I just thought that was a super cool idea that they had. This is the one for this year, which basically looks like a horror themed Thanksgiving, and I just thought it was pretty cool, so definitely had to pick that up. And then last but not least, their pin for this year, which is like a Jason mask, which again, their stuff is pretty cool. The last year's one, I kind of wish I had gotten that one as well because it's like a skull and kind of has a green tint to it. So I really like that design too. But, can't get everything. This is a small, creepy little Art the Clown pin that I found at the same vendor who did the stickers for your credit cards. Had these available, and so I just thought that was great because I have a backpack that I specifically have covered in horror pins, so this was one I was really excited to get and add to my collection. Now on to a couple of the bigger things so you guys can see those. There were several artists that do like their own graphic art, and these we loved. This guy was incredibly kind. And it looks like the name is Crypt Rotted Bones Horrific Fine Art. And he was just so nice and really fun to talk to. But this was one of his pieces, and we picked that up. It is signed on the back, and then he put his card in there so you have his information if you want future pieces from him. But we just love this. We thought this was pretty cool, being the original Pennywise, and it just captures every bit of, horrificness in his face, so we loved that for sure. Another bit of graphic art that we got, which, again, anything that's unique to someone and someone actually using their creativity through something that they love, I am fully in support of. So these in particular are from a gentleman named Chris Oz Fulton, and his stuff is just amazing. I mean, I didn't really have a whole lot of Candyman anything. I have shirts, and I also have a little figurine, but I didn't have any kind of wall art, and I was just so excited to pick this up, from someone who is, like I said, a horror fan and an artist, and I just think this is amazing. And this one as well, which is art. The clown from Terrifier. And then, of course, last but not least, the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. Because, again, we have things here or there, but not necessarily, anything frameable like that. So we were pretty excited for that. And then this we thought was super, super cool. Also from a specific small business. And it is one of those, and I forget the name of them, but the things that, can do different looks from different angles. And I just love the way that he chose to color scheme this and the design of it. And it's just something I'm really excited to have on the wall because it's so creepy and crazy. But yeah, and they are signed in the back as well. But yeah, I just think that it's really cool to be able to support people doing what they love. And then last but not least, one of the favorite things that we got to do at the Texas Frightmare Weekend, which was meet Lynn Shay. And like I said, she was incredibly kind, humble, sweet as the day is long, and definitely an even bigger fan of hers than I was before. And we had her add, "Welcome back from the further, Jake and Connie," or Connie and Jake. And then she signed it. But again, just
really great lady, and love that. And I forgot actually one of my favorite things, and this is from the same artist, This is from the same artist, Chris. Oh my god, I can't talk today. This is from the same artist,
Chris Oz Fulton. So I can get it together and talk, guys. So there are so many little, art pieces, and he signed the back of this as well. There are so many pieces like this that he had up in his particular area where he was selling his pieces. But guys, if you have not seen What We Do in the Shadows, I feel for you, because it is a unbelievably hilarious movie. It is a classic in our household. We watch it all the time. It's actually one of our favorites to watch on the plane because it puts us so at ease that we don't think about the anxiety of flying. But yeah, it is just hilarious start to finish. But if you know the movie, then you know exactly what this is from and why it is so hilarious and why I cannot wait for us to put this up on the wall, because
It's amazing.
I love it so much. I can't even tell you. So yeah, when we saw this, we just knew immediately we had to have it. So we were really excited that this was something we get to add to our collection. And yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. Best thing that we felt we got, honestly, the whole time we were there, other than to meet Lynn Shay. But highly recommend checking all of these vendors out. I will try to find their individual links to their Facebooks or websites, so I can link them in the description below. So that way, if you want to check out anything else that they've done, or maybe pick up some of these things yourself, then you can do that. And like I said, it's just a lot of fun to go and see these places, experience the people who enjoy Halloween, because like I said, those are my people. I enjoy being around people who love Halloween. It's just my favorite place to be, is around people who enjoy it as much as I do. So if that is something that you're looking into or would like to experience, then I would highly recommend checking out Texas Frightmare Weekend at some point if you are living in Texas, or if you plan on being in Texas around the time that they have their next event. But what did you guys think of the merch? Anything in particular you liked best? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.